Good evening, students. It's Miss Shaba. Today we'll talk about punctuation marks. You will find them in your activity book, page 15. علامات الترقيم. It's very important to realize how punctuation marks are essential when you're writing. Because why punctuation marks are very important? Because you in speaking, you use body language, you use facial expressions, you use intonation to make it easier for the audience to understand. بينما in writing, to find words after words after words, sentences after sentences, it's difficult to know what's the writer need me to do, need me to understand. لأنه بالحكي إحنا ممكن نستخدم تعابير الوجه، تعابير الجسم، ممكن نستخدم نبرة الصوت عشان نعبر إن إحنا متضايقين، متفاجئين، نتساءل مثلا we're wondering, we're feeling amazed, we're start أو now I started, now I am finishing or I finished my idea. بس بالكتابة صعب لما تلاقي كلمات مرصوصين جنب بعض to know متى بلش متى أنهى، هل هو هون بيتساءل، هل هو هون بيتعجب، هل هو هون he's like arranging the sequence of event، بيرتب أحداث. بدون punctuation marks ما بعرف. So we used for example exclamation mark بعلامة التعجب بالwriting to show that this someone or someone in this point he was surprised تفاجأ. Or you use question mark to replace it with the intonation of a question instead of saying sorry how or how are you بالintonation. In writing ما بتسمعي صوت intonation like someone he's asking question. هيك بنستبدلها ب question mark so the reader can know that the writer is indicating قاعد بيأشر لي إنه هون في سؤال. هون بلشت الجملة because he used capital letter. هون أنهى الجملة because he used full stop and so on. So they are very important for you to understand. Okay. There's a lot of punctuation marks. Today we're going to mention only 4 of them. First one is full stop. Full stop نقطة. It's like very easy to use full stop because you use it only at the end of the sentence. Full stop in everyday language we say نقطة انتهى. شو الانتهى؟ انتهى الidea، انتهت التوبيك، انتهى الopinion، انتهت information، انتهى السنتنس. So this is the end. So to express this we use full stop. For example, she lives in Jordan for 30 years. Full stop. خلص الفكرة. My name is Asma. That's it. Full stop. I'm studying at the Stars School. Full stop to start a new idea. I'm studying at the Stars School. Full stop. I want to become, for example, an archaeologist. Full stop. So هي بتعطي إنك أنت قاعدة تحكي أشياء جديدة وبتنهي أفكار. كل ما أنهيتي فكرة full stop ومبلشة فكرة جديدة or a new sentence. Okay, this is the full stop easily. What about capitalization or capitalization in English? We use capitalization at the beginning of the sentence, the names of the days, months, people, the proper names and places, and with singular pronoun I. At the beginning of the sentence, and please underline sentence because I'm not saying at the beginning of the paragraph. طيب بداية كل جملة، ولما أقول كل جملة بما إنه أنا قبل شوي I mentioned that we or the full stop used at the end of the sentence, so بعد كل full stop there is a new sentence. A new sentence معناته capitalization. بعد كل full stop، مو بعد بداية كل أول كلمة بالفقرة بس. No. After each full stop in the paragraph or in the text, we have new sentence, beginning of a sentence. So at the beginning of the sentence, you have to capitalize the first letter. يعني بعد كل نقطة بداية جملة معناته capital letter. Okay, so days, months, people, places. دايما النيم is identity يعني هوية، فأنت لازم تكوني تعملي capital letter, singular pronoun I whenever it was mentioned at the beginning, in the middle, at the end. I when ما ذكرت بالجملة it must be capitalized، لازم تكون capital letter. Okay, let's read the example together. My name is Tamer. My at the beginning of the sentence. Tamer, proper name, اسم شخص. My family and I, singular pronoun, have moved to Jordan, a name of a country, a place, Jordan. On the 22nd of March, a name of a month, 2006, 2006, I, singular pronoun, think it was Tuesday, a name of a day. Okay, so these are the um, positions where you capitalize the first letter. When I'm talking about capitalization in writing, I mean the first letter in the word or in the word, the verb, and so on. But sometimes you can find like the capitalization or capitals are or letters, sorry, are capitalized. This is writing style. هو عبارة عن أسلوب بالكتاب، مو إنه أكتر. بس when we say capitalization نعني الحرف الأول من كل كلمة. Okay. The following one is the comma. Comma اللي هي الفاصلة. When do we use comma? We use it first, afterwards, like first, second, third, fourth, finally. These are to show sequence of event, ترتيب أحداث. The first, comma, so and so and so. Second, comma, so and so and so. Okay. It's like to make your writing more coherent، من هيك فيها انسجام، فيها your فأسهل على القارئ يفهم. The second one is series and list of items، لما بدنا نعدد أشياء. For example, I went to the library and I bought a pencil, comma, a ruler, comma, and a notebook. Okay, طبعا قبل and we can add and we can't, both are correct. It's a bit complicated, but most important items before and. Okay, and the last one is before conjunctions. Before conjunctions, like you know, but, so, for, and. These are the conjunctions اللي نستخدمهم to link two clauses. فأنا ما بدي أنهي الفكرة أحط full stop، أنا بدي أربط two clauses، بس بدي أحط فاصلة عشان أرتب الجملة بدل ما تكون كتير طويلة. بس in the same time I didn't finish my idea، ما أنهيت النقطة عشان أحط أو الفكرة to add full stop. لا، أنا بدي أحكي بس الفكرة it's a bit long. I used conjunctions, so you add comma before conjunctions. بتحطي comma قبليهم عشان نرتب النص. Let's read the example. We traveled to Rome last week. It was an amazing trip. First, comma, رتبت الأحداث. We went to the hotel to change our clothes. Then we did sightseeing. I loved the people, comma, the places, comma, and the food. The first one اللي هو الاستخدام الأول sequence of event، ترتيب الأحداث or sequence of events. الثانية series and list of items, people, places, food. عددت فلازم أفصل ما بينهم بكوما. And it was only a 2 days trip, but I will never forget the happy time I spent there. So before the conjunction but I added comma. Okay, there's a space. This information is for you. There's always a space بعد الكوما، مو قبلها. كوما ملزقة بالكلمة then space. Okay, and the last punctuation mark for today is the apostrophe بالعربي مش كتير متذكرة شو هي بالعربي، بس هي التنصيص. هي مو التنصيص، هي بتشبه التنصيص اللي هي فوق الكوتيشن، الإشارتي التنصيص، بس هي واحدة فوق. Why do we use apostrophe? We use it with like the subject, like the pronoun with the verb to be. If the subject was a pronoun like I, she, he, it, they, we, are, they, we, sorry, in addition to is, are, am, was, were, have, has, and so on, we use them with together. نجمعهم as a shortcut كاختصار. Instead of saying she is, we say she's. They have, they've, we were, we're, and so on. فهي اختصار not only in writing but also in pronunciation, with speaking. The second one, the auxiliary verb with not, it's very common to say isn't, or to see isn't instead of is not, can, cannot, or can't. Even cannot we don't use apostrophe, we use just with can't. Have and not, haven't. They are and not, aren't, and so on. The third use of apostrophe is possession. Possession يعني ملكية. It's very important in possession لأنها بتختصر الكلام كتير. For example, Salma's brother, instead of saying this person is a brother of Salma, نختصر كل هاي الجملة ونقول Salma's brother. This pencil is for Ahmed, Ahmed's pencil. الاس أو البوزيشن with apostrophe بتختصر علينا كل هذه الجملة بكلمتين سلما's brother. فهو البوزيشن أو الاسم البوزيشن البوزيسيف تيجي مع المالك. سلمى هي صاحبة القلم أو صاحبة الشنطة أو هي صاحبة القرابة. So Salma's brother, Salma's pencil, Salma's book. Okay, let's read the following examples. Is Asma in her room? No, she isn't. We used not with the auxiliary verb. Whose pencil is that? It's. هون اختصرنا الpronoun, the subject pronoun with the verb to be is. It is. Instead of saying, we said it's. Salma's pencil. برضو بدل ما أقول this pencil belongs to Salma, بقول Salma's pencil والمالك هي Salma. So the possessive S with Salma. She left it on the desk. Okay, these are the punctuation marks for today or in your book. They're very important. Try to use them to arrange your writing. See you next video. Good luck in your exams and bye bye.